Hi, I'm Jack Hickey from the Growth Center, and I thank you for being part of this goal setting workshop video series that we're doing. This is the last installment of that. At the end of this program, we're going to send you on your way. You should be well already into working out your goals and fulfilling your purpose, your dream, your desires. These are the things that make life worthwhile. It's good to know that the things that I've always wanted to do, that the things I've always wanted to achieve are mine to achieve. And I can work and look forward to doing that. What we're going to talk about today is follow-up. Now, by now, again, you have set your goal for the year, which is clearly defined. You have it all written out, nice and clear. You know exactly where you want to be a year from now. You've written down the things that you need in order to achieve that and to move yourself forward. You've taken the 7 areas for goal setting. In each of those areas, I hope that you've gone to the website, you downloaded the template, and you have written out all of the 3 goals under each area, and then your action steps, and have given it a date. That really is what you do for goal setting, and you're taking action on those action steps. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, is following through on this whole process. Now, there are some things that are very key in order to continue to work your goals, and you will always incorporate it into your goal setting. One of the things that goal setting is, it is not a locked-in set of rules. I'm giving you something that you can work with. I'm just telling you something that has worked for me, worked for many other people, but the truth is, as you continue to develop goal setting, it will adapt to you. I don't actually do everything that I'm telling you that is done in the particular way we work through in this series, because I have done this for so long that I have adapted some of these things so they work best for me personally. You will do the same. Please figure that out. Do that. Allow yourself the freedom to adapt this. All of the elements must be there, and I have all of those elements in goal setting, but I've adapted them so they work for me. And we talked in the beginning of this series about how it seems like there's a lot of detail. You've got your 7 areas. Under those, you've got the 3 goals, and then under the 3 goals, you've got the 3 action steps, and everything seems to be piling up. What you learn to do over time is you learn, as I said, to chunk it. It's kind of like driving the car. You don't get into the car once you've learned and you've been driving for a while. You don't get in and think about, okay, I got to adjust the mirror, what's on my side, who's behind me. You just do all of these things. You don't even think about them. And it becomes one step instead of many steps. And so you'll learn this with goal setting, and that's important. What I want you to do is I want you to take that original goal that you had, your purpose for the year, and I want you to read that to yourself, and if you can, read it out loud to yourself. And I want you to read it every day for 90 days. Every single day I want you to read that. After 90 days, when you got it really planted in your head, then I'm going to have you read it once a week. Now, figure out what is the best day for you each week. I like the beginning of the week. You may like Wednesday or on a Friday or whatever. But sometime when you can set aside some time, you want to do that. Now, I also want you to look at all the goals that you set under each of those areas. Now, this you really do need to do at either the beginning of the week or the very end of the week, because I want you to look at those and write down, put them in your calendar, what steps you will take in the coming week in order to continue to move forward. You should be moving forward. You should be doing something every single week. Don't let it go by. You don't take a vacation from your goals. You continue to move forward. So you look at it and say, what do I need to do this week? Do I have to spend so much time reading? Do I have to spend time studying? Do I have to go somewhere, meet with someone? Whatever it is that you need to do, schedule it in your schedule, plan to do it, and make sure that you do something every single week for every single goal. So just look at those, and a lot of times you can combine them. You can, listen to CDs and stuff in the car while you're driving if you're trying to learn something. You can actually get an entire college education in your car if you have a commute to work. It's how we use our time, okay? It's not that you don't have enough of it, it's how you use it. So plan it for every single week. Once a goal has been achieved, and we talked about this last time, this is important. You are not bound to the date that you've given. Most people, and I mean most people, who go and set goals achieve them faster than they think they're going to. Once you've achieved a goal, celebrate that. That's great. I mean, when I say celebrate, I don't mean go out and have a party. I mean just, give yourself a little pat on the back. But you will replace that goal with a new goal within 1 day of you achieving it. So if I've achieved a part of my goal, if I've achieved one of those action steps, then before tomorrow, I'm going to set a new action step and something else that I'm going to achieve. Or if I've completely achieved a goal underneath one of the 7 areas, then I will replace that goal with the next step. Remember, you're always moving forward. Any goal you set is leading you to that ultimate goal. And you will find that you will replace goals as you go along all the time. And that's fine, because that's what you want to do. You want to achieve them. And what's fun is the more goals you achieve, the bolder you seem to get. And you're willing to kind of step out and make bigger and grander goals. And that's good. Make it a stretch. Remember, a goal needs to be impossible if it's really a goal. So just get in there and stretch, but you want to do that. Now, it's important that about every 6 months you sit down, have some time that you can review all your goals. In that review time, you're going to allow yourself to be flexible. We're always adjusting things. An example I like to use is when a pilot leaves New York for San Francisco. Truth is, he spends, about 80% of his time off course, because he is going to go around mountains, he's got to go around storms, he's got winds and all kinds of things. But he always goes back on course because they have a set destination. They don't end up in Los Angeles when they're going to San Francisco. So you want to have a set destination, but understand you're going to adjust your course as you go along. You'll learn, you grow, you find new things that work, you find some things that don't work. Don't be afraid to make those adjustments. If in 6 months you look at something on your goal list that you have not touched, let's say that you've set a goal to do something, I gave you the example of my playing golf last time, and you just haven't done anything with it, then ask yourself, is this really a priority? Is this important? Or is it important right now? You might need to just drop it and put it back on the list later on, because right now it doesn't have a place. So you be flexible, be willing to make the adjustments that are needed. There's nothing wrong with tossing something off the list and putting something else on. You're learning, you're growing, and you're moving yourself forward. You will do that every single time. I've been setting goals for years, and I cannot think of one time that I have not had, when I 6-month review that I give myself, that I have not thrown things off my list and replaced it with other things that I have learned are more important. Sometimes within a month, you understand that, hey, there's something here I have to do. And it's part of my next step. I have to do it. It's not on my list, but I do have to do it in order to continue to move forward. So add it to your list. I tell you to keep it at 3 and 3 action steps, because people tend to overwhelm themselves. But if you find you need to add a 4th, then add a 4th. Again, this is for you. This is to help you move ahead. It is not to follow every single, jot and tittle along the way and say, this is what has to be done. So give yourself the flexibility. The thing you're going to find is that in a very short time, you're going to see your goals coming into being. You're going to see your dreams starting to come into fulfillment. That is exciting. There is nothing better in the entire world than knowing that you're doing the things that you love and that you know that you're achieving your purpose in life. That's what makes us whole. That's what makes us real. Take these steps. Watch this series again. Use the tools that I've suggested that you use and make it fun. Enjoy this process because it'll change your life and it'll change your life forever. And I know you can do this. I really do, because I believe that God has given you the potential not just to be good, but to be excellent in everything that you're to do.